We're doing, I think I'm live. I think we're live. Hey, you look good.
You look good too.
Okay, let me just double check on my computer that this is all working because we think we're live and we're, we are live. Oh, we are live and we look good in all places.
Yes, we do.
So we got some music going, people. And hi, Instagram as well. We're Instagram and Facebook at the same time.
Hi, everyone.
And we're jamming to some tunes because I've got the fabulous DJ Valida in my house.
Hey.
We're going to be having some lunch. And this is her original song.
Yes.
Right?
Remixed by Luxury, a friend of mine who is an amazing local DJ producer. Check him out, Luxury.
Luxury.
Yes.
Okay, remix, Luxury. I just bought mine, so buy yours. Okay, I'm going to turn down the music a tad little bit as we get to conversing, people. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Facebook Live and Instagram. Great to have you here, everybody. So this is another weekly version of... We've had a slight name change. It's now Awesome Vegans! And the reason we're Awesome Vegans and not Vegan Nation is there was a slight trademark issue, but it's all good because it's all awesome. And this is my first awesome interview right here from my house.
Ta-da!
So great to have Valida. And you are actually my first DJ.
Yay!
I don't think
Yay
I've
for
ever-
everything. Yay for being first awesome DJ.
Yes, that's right. First awesome DJ. I once interviewed the drummer for Thievery, who DJs on the side.
Theory Corporation.
Yeah, for Thievery, yes.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
And they're vegan.
No, this was before I was doing the vegan thing. He loves food. Frank Oral, whom I
Okay.
also love, if you're listening, Frank, leader of Poi Dog Pondering and the drummer for Thievery, and he DJs on the side, but that's a side gig. Your thing is a full-time gig.
Full-time gig. Yes.
Okay, so before we hear all about how great she is and what she does and what a DJ does, I mean, we all know what a DJ does, but I always think it's very fascinating playing other people's music and working in your own, and so we're going to talk all about that. But before we do, I do have to show you that I've got some vegan food because we're awesome vegans, so that's what we're doing here today. Let me show you. Instagram gets a peek first.
We're gonna grab
So yeah, this is totally awesome.
some pot stickers, right?
Yes, vegan pot stickers.
Yay.
I got them at the Marvista Farmers Market.
Oh
I don't know if you ever go there, but
No, but
yeah.
so they're kind of homemade.
Yes, yes, the lady seemed like she was making them at home. And we've got some.
Is that sriracha?
It's not sriracha. It's I can't pronounce it. It's this stuff. My boyfriend loves this stuff.
Oh, sambal olek.
Sambal olek, and it's super spicy. And then we've of course got some soy.
The cup sauce.
So yes,
Yeah.
right. It has a rooster on it. That's right.
Rooster.
Yes, and then we got some edamame because edamame is always good. So it
Okay.
might get a little messy here, and we're sorry if it does. But okay.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. And we're neighbors. We just found out that we're neighbors.
Okay.
All right. Tell me. First of all, you're not from here.
I'm not from here. I'm an immigrant.
Yay! Awesome immigrant! Awesome immigrant! Okay, let me just say this is going to upset you so much, and I have to say that it upsets me as well.
Yeah.
I've been to Montenegro. I've been to Serbia. I've been to Croatia. Gosh darn it, I want to get to Sarajevo and
Damn.
Bosnia so much. I have not been.
I hear that a lot.
Oh, really?
So every time I meet someone, make it a point to tell them that on your next trip to the Balkans, you must see Sarajevo. There's so much history there. I mean, you know.
I know that. Yeah. Sort of the gateway to the Ottoman Empire.
Exactly.
And just
The clash of civilizations, the Austro-Hungarians.
Yes.
You have the Ottoman, and then you have the communists, all coming and meshing together, and now you have like the modern, the capitalist, the ruthless capitalism coming in.
Ruthless. And the site of World War I, the beginning of, really.
Yes, that happened in Sarajevo.
Yes,
And the Archduke
was
was assassinated.
Right?
Yep.
Yes. I know a little bit of history.
She knows her stuff. And the Olympic Games, 1984, must not forget. So, yeah, so there's a lot of history there, a lot of things. Good, bad, the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know? And I think we just petitioned for Olympic Games 2000 something, but I don't think we got it. But I think that's our goal, to come back full circle.
Well,
just, rise from the ashes like the phoenix.
That part of the world is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Really, I want to go back. And I was sailing on the Dalmatian coast, which is also beautiful. And I know that's
gorgeous.
Croatia, but
Oh, it's good. We have a bit of a coast too. They gave us a few crumbs.
a little tiny bit right between Dubrovnik and
I know,
Kotor,
even
right?
that area is so contested. It's like,
Yeah.
come on, you have all of this, and now you even want that little piece that we have. I'm like, guys, that's some greedy whatever. Anyways, I'm not gonna
Little
get
bit
into
of
politics.
little bit of rivalry there. Okay, so how did you find music, and then what brought you to the U.S.?
Gosh, how did I find music? I have been music all my life, ever since I remember. I mean, I was weaned on music. I started performing when I was probably like 3 or 4, back in kindergarten. We used to put on shows, and I had this fascination with actual performance. Not so much music, well, yeah, music too, but I loved dressing up and just entertaining people. So I would, like, you know, people have memories of me being as young as 4 or 5, dressing up in my mom's clothes, putting on her makeup,
how fun.
and going out into the street and just performing for my friends and neighbors, and just putting on, like, people would be watching from the balconies, and this is like the 4-year-old me going, just singing. And a lot of the times these were songs in English, but I didn't know English, so I would just make up my own words.
It's so funny. This is like every 4-year-old's dream, and actually every 44-year-old's dream, I think.
Yeah, so that's been a thing. And then my mom and dad, they enrolled us in music school, where I took piano and voice, and more performances were happening when I went to, you know, grade school and middle school. Like, throughout my whole childhood, it's always been music and dance and playing the piano and putting on shows. So that was sort of like the natural thing for me. Although I never thought that would be my career, because I was being groomed to be a business person. I came to United States on a business scholarship.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was supposed to, that was my whole thing. I was a nerd always when I was, you know, growing up. I had good grades. So a couple years into my American experience, I realized that business is not where, I mean, I knew business was not, you know, where my heart was, but I just didn't realize that you could actually explore the opportunity of making music and performance a career.
As a life, yeah.
As a life career. So that's, I had this like thing happen. And then I think what helped transition was my experience at UCLA. I had an amazing team of people who just completely nurtured all my talents. And even the things that I didn't know that I could do, they saw it, and then they just guided me. And so, I mean, it's such a long story. I don't know if you're ready to hear all this.
Well, what I think is so fascinating about a DJ is, so somebody who loves music and someone who has a lot of talent in music, but when you're DJing, you're playing other people's music, right? You're creating an ambiance and a sound, and you make it your own, I guess. How do you feel that you make it your own?
What happened was, when I was in between my undergrad and grad years, I remember going out a lot. I was just experiencing Los Angeles. I was like, okay, I'm not going to school. I took a year off between the two. And then I was like, oh, let me just take it all in. Let me see what this whole nightlife thing's about. So I was trying to meet people. I was trying to meet people that I could work on music with. And that brought me to this little bar on Main Street, which doesn't exist. Well, it exists under a different name, called Bossa Nova, which was,
fun.
This is like a long time ago. There was this party called Bossa Nova at Pink, and I remember just seeing all these amazing DJs like June, Bruno Guez, and Jason Bentley was that was their night. And I was just, one night I was just listening, I think June was playing, and we were all passionate about this this genre of electronic music called drum and bass. And I just remember distinctly one night when he was DJing, and the floor was going crazy. And I looked at my friend and I said, you know, one day I hope to do something like this with my music.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
I mean, I wasn't even like, I think I just bought my turntables, but, you know, I didn't really, you know, I still wanted to make music. I was on this whole trajectory to become a recording artist, because we had a band at the time, but it just seemed like a really cool thing to do on top of making your own music. Just being able to like, just...
So you do both? You create your own music, and you spin.
And I spin other people's music, yeah. And I'm probably one of the most versatile DJs that you've ever come across. I think that's what drew me to KCRW, or what they saw in me as an addition to KCRW, because I really am one of those people that no matter where you throw me, like I'll land on my feet.
So KCRW, for those of you who may not know, because a lot of you might be in Chicago with WGN Radio, KCRW is the NPR version of WBEZ. So take Chicago's WBEZ, but you put it here in Los Angeles, and it's going to be KCRW. So you've been, you have a weekly.
It's not a
show.
weekly, no. It used to be every other week. I hosted the lab, and now it's once a month because those are really late hours, like 3 to 6 a.m.
Yes.
So it can get really a little crazy. And my DJ schedule in the last year or so, it's been a little crazy. I'm out of town a lot, and I can't commit to like every other week. So now there's 4 of us taking turns.
Oh, that's good.
There's Marion Hodges, and there is Danielle, there's Jose Galvans, and me. So we take turns, and then we also sit in on other people's shows all the time. Whenever anyone is out of town, they just call us. And typically I do maybe 2 or maybe sometimes 3 times a month.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot still.
Yeah, but those are not, like, it's not always 3 to 6 a.m.
But
so crazy.
I'm still on my sort of first original question. You still get a lot of satisfaction out of spinning other people's music.
Yes, because it's not just about spinning the songs that you love and supporting your fellow artists, because also you're totally supporting other people when you're playing, because a lot of the stuff that I play is unreleased, or not unreleased, like independent artists. So when you're buying their music, playing their records, you're promoting them, which is always like a win-win for everyone. When you're a music lover, like, you want to share music with everyone, whatever you discover, and there's so much out there that when you're doing like a 2-3 hour set, you're combining different different songs, and then it's all about how you combine them and how you transition and how you place them. It's like you're telling a story. So it's like I've always been a storyteller, be it through my music, through my own original music, through my DJ sets, or through my documentary films. I've always been about sharing my point of view. I have a lot of opinions. I'm pretty opinionated. I've done a lot of traveling in my life, and I see things, and I just like, and also, coming from a, war background, there's all those stories to be told. And then also, growing up in the rave culture, there's that story that I always wanted to tell, the dancing, and, there's just like, there's so much that I just really remember exciting. The first time I went and experienced my full moon gathering party was probably like in the early 90s, well, 94 maybe.
In LA.
LA,
It's a full moon gathering party, so of course it's in LA.
I don't even know if they have those anymore. They might.
I don't think we're doing that in Chicago, but maybe I'm wrong.
That was a life changer for me. I just experienced things that I'd never, it was just like, what is this? What is this other world?
Do you ever go to the drum circles on Venice Beach?
I don't. I went maybe when I first moved to Venice, but I don't. When I go to the beach, it's usually just to like walk or bike, or I got a lot of the drumming, or I got my fill when I went to UCLA in my underground years. I was a world arts and cultures major, and I did a lot of like West African drumming and West African dance, Afro-Cuban drumming dance. Wonderful. So that's like also my background. So but at home I'm always kind of drumming and patting my
around in your head, I'm sure, as well, just kind of working through rhythms. You have an encyclopedic knowledge of music, because if you're interweaving the music together, the transitions, then you have to know where this music takes a turn and you're going to intercept.
I would never claim to have an encyclopedic knowledge of music, because there's so much, and the more you learn, the more you know how much there is and how much you don't really know.
Yeah.
I know like this little sliver of what's out there.
But when you're spinning, do you plan it? Do you say like, oh, I know that at a minute and 22 in, I'm going to work it? Or do you just feel it when you're there?
My KCRW shows are planned.
Okay.
For the most part, I know what I'm going to play, because there's all this new music that I want to share. And I only have 3 hours, and because it's not a daily show, and sometimes not a weekly, it's like, there's all this new stuff that I want the audience to learn. But when I'm DJing, oh man, I'm like everything from 50s to today. Like, I just mix everything. Like,
okay, so I'm gonna throw out some promo here for you. So you are at the Standard Hotel,
Hollywood,
right?
yeah.
In Hollywood, West Hollywood,
West Hollywood, yeah.
West Hollywood. I love that hotel. Actually, are you around the pool
The
where do you guys
Cactus
do it?
Lounge.
You're in the Cactus Lounge
Yes.
every
Wednesday
night.
So
And what are
this
the
evening.
hours? Oh, right. So tonight,
7 to 10 p.m.
Okay.
Every Wednesday. The night is called Desert Nights, and it's been going on for almost 8 years now.
Yes.
So there's two components to the night. There's me DJing, or I don't really often stand behind the DJ booth. I put together, because from 7 to 8 p.m. is sort of my time to meet and greet guests and be the host and just make sure everything is like. So I do curate the playlist, and I will go behind the DJ booth, for a minute or two and make sure everything's flowing. Yeah. But then we have 2 live acts. So I actually curate the live component of the night. Yes, the live music. So
I have a question for you.
Yes.
If I were to give you a request, could you do it?
Request? What do you mean, right
like
now?
No.
Oh.
Like tonight at the Standard.
To play?
Yes.
Me?
Yes. Does that work or no?
If you ask me as a friend, and if it fit the vibe of what we're doing, yeah, of course I would play.
Okay, because I love disco. I realize I am dating myself, but I want more disco in my life. It's hard to find. Gosh darn it! Because back in the day, it was all over the place, and I want more disco.
I have an Eagles disco edit, so
an Eagles disco
edit.
Eagles
but like
disco.
mellow disco edit.
That's me. That's right at my alley. That's right at my alley. Well, I would go to hear a disco remix of the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean,
right up my alley.
No, I love disco too. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. That's amazing.
Isn't that funny? Because I don't find too many people who love disco. Everyone loves house and, right?
Oh,
but I want some classic. And I like early disco. Like, I like to separate out my disco. I like some early disco with real R&B roots. When it gets too electronic on the beat, it's not as exciting as the R&B kind of off the beat. You feel me, people? You feel me? All right. Okay. That's what all right. I'm not ashamed. All right. Okay. So let's talk about being vegan. How did you decide to be vegan? How did you come to being vegan? How did that happen?
Oh, gosh. That's... thanks to LA, obviously.
LA, how we love you.
We love LA. It's LA. Just, I don't know if I would have been vegan if I'd stayed back home, because maybe, no, I didn't know any vegans growing up. It wasn't a thing.
Me neither.
We're very much a meat, potatoes, and vegetables kind of country. So
Chibab-chichi,
yes,
right?
there's that too.
God, that stuff's gross. And Slivovitz, it's like alcohol. It's like pure gasoline.
It is gasoline.
In a good way. If you need gasoline, maybe there are times that you feel like you really need a shot of gasoline. That's perfect.
Yeah, no, it's nasty. No, I have to. I'm Bosnian, and I will not drink that. I will drink the there's other things that are just more mellow and beautiful. Like liqueurs, things with sour cherry liqueur is just amazing. Anyway, so what happened was, I think I was always an animal lover. Like, I was the girl on the block, like rescuing like stray kittens and stray, there's every block has one.
And there's so many stray dogs in Sarajevo.
So many stray dogs in Sarajevo, so many stray cats. I didn't even grow up in Sarajevo. I grew up in a small town with about, maybe 80 miles southeast of Sarajevo. And that was just like overrun with all kinds of animals everywhere. What happened was, the first few years when I arrived, I was not nothing. I was still doing everything, eating all kinds of stuff. But then I remember, I think I met a friend who was a pescatarian, and I didn't know what that meant. But he just sort of convinced me that we didn't really necessarily need
it.
Beef, chicken, or pork or anything. Not that I ever ate pork anyway. You just like when you're Bosnian, you don't really eat pork. So I started eating a lot of fish and all sorts of seafood, and I still ate cheese. I mean, I was eggs and cheese and all that, but I cut out for a few years. That's what I was doing. But then it really, I find that a lot of the times, it really depends on who you hang out with.
Oh, okay.
People can really influence your eating habits. And I mean, I remember I was a straight edge for a few years too when I started hanging out with some straight edge people back home.
What's straight edge?
Oh, that's like I was a punk rocker in high school.
Okay.
And I started to hang with some kids who, well, straight edge is a movement within the punk rock umbrella, and basically you don't drink, smoke, do drugs, and I think there's two more. I think you're supposed to be vegan, I think, and you're supposed to be celibate. I think. I don't know about those two.
I've never heard of this before.
We definitely adhered to the first three. Like we were just totally straight. The other two,
and punk.
Yeah.
How cool is
so
that?
we listened to like Minor Threat and like this is a long time ago. I can't remember now.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. So, but that was a thing. We all did it. We were all in it, and it just felt right. And
you
if
were
no
doing
one
it together.
yeah, and so I think your best friends and the community that you surround yourself with, you naturally, sort of by osmosis, sort of adapt to.
So
the
you
group.
fell into being vegan, or
No, I didn't fall. So I went back and forth. So when I didn't hang out with my friend Kelly a lot, I would go back to my wicked ways.
Oh, I see.
So I went back and forth many, many times until finally, about 7 years ago, I decided one night at dinner that I was gonna become
So from
vegan.
one day to the next.
Yeah, I was a pescatarian at the time, and I remember going to my friend's dinner party. She's also an amazing DJ and producer in LA. Her name is Smiles Davis. It was her birthday party at an Ethiopian restaurant, I think 7 years ago. And I remember it was mostly vegetarian food for the most part. And then, you know how it's like mezza style, you just like eat with the
pick
it's
and pull.
Ethiopian food seriously is like the most amazing food
It's so
ever.
good.
It's so good. And by the time the main courses arrived, I was already good. I was
full.
so happy
Yeah.
with all the vegetarian options.
Yeah.
And then this guy just brought this fish in front of me. And it wasn't just like a piece of fish. It was like a whole damn fish, like fried.
Yeah.
Like you could see everything.
Yeah.
And I just looked at this fish and I was like,
Yeah.
there was a guy sitting next to me who happened to be vegan.
Helps. It helps.
It always helps.
Yeah,
that
so
one.
there was a little like fairy dust in the
there
air.
was fairy dust. There was a guy, and I remember looking at this fish, and I was like, and I don't think he heard my thoughts, but maybe he heard my thoughts because he was like, you don't have to eat that. It was just like as simple
Interesting. He was almost like responding
to my mental
mood and
mess.
right, yeah.
Like I was a mess inside, going like really having this like battle moment inside. Like, and he's like, you don't have to eat that. And I just looked at him, and he was kind of cute. That helps.
Extra help. Yeah. Just to
like,
make sure you become vegan, we're gonna make this fairy dust guy cute. Okay.
And I was like, I don't, and I didn't, and I thought that was it.
Isn't that amazing? It was pretty much the same for me too. Like 2.5 years ago, I cut out everything except fish, and then 1.5 years ago, I was like, "Oh, this is ridiculous. Fish too."
Why? Like,
and so easy for me. It's so.
I
easy.
have to admit, there was a bit of a struggle in the beginning.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, definitely, because I was such a sushi fiend.
Oh, okay.
I love sushi.
Okay. Yes.
I love sushi. Two things that were really hard for me: sushi, and also finding the right cream for my coffee.
Interesting.
Because I'm a coffee drinker.
I have another person who's all about the cream in their coffee, and I'm like, you're joking. With cashew, almond, soy, and coconut, you couldn't find anything you like?
Not in the supermarket. 7 years ago, the offering was really bad.
Like now today you can't because
because I decided that I was going to make my own.
Oh.
The only thing that could mimic the richness and the creaminess of half and half, which is how I like my coffee, was homemade almond milk, because I could control the fat levels, and there were no other things. They put so much stuff in there that just you don't need all that. For almond milk, all you need is almonds and water.
Right. You just want the fat.
That's all you need in life. Almonds and water. And then, so once I discovered that, and then once I discovered Shojin restaurant in downtown, the vegan sushi spot. Oh my lord!
Oh, I have to go there. I've never been there.
What?
Oh, I've never been there. A
there's-
vegan sushi spot?
Oh my God, it's amazing. It's like, it's
In
not
downtown?
just in downtown.
Okay.
Like
I'm on it, people. I'm on it.
It's in that plaza right next to Little Tokyo, or maybe that's still part of Little Tokyo.
Okay.
It's incredible.
Okay.
But also, a lot of sushi spots do have vegan rolls and vegan
Yes,
sushi.
right,
I mean,
yes.
some are
Which
better
is
than
why
others.
I don't miss it that much because I can find lots of vegan sushi options.
Yeah.
I thought I'd miss it. I thought it was going to be super hard. But I think the mental part that was difficult for me was that I didn't want to miss out while everybody else was having sushi. And I thought not having fish sushi would feel like missing out. But if I had vegetarian sushi, you know, veggie sushi.
Because really, like for me,
worked
like
out
my favorite things about sushi always have been sake.
I was going to say, yeah.
Sake, pickled ginger,
Wasabi.
wasabi. What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then seafood stuff. Not seafood. Seaweed, like the
Seaweed,
wakame salad, and then the rice and the sesame. And really, I never really liked sashimi anyway. Except I liked salmon sashimi, but that's so gross now, especially with all the farmed
and the red
salmon
dye
and the worms in this. Like no matter how good the salmon is, how fresh, it has parasites, and it's. I'm sorry sorry. It's really gross.
It's gross. So that's something I really want to do is make vegan sushi at home.
Yeah, homemade vegan sushi is like amazing because all you need is like avocado and tempeh and shiitake mushrooms.
Tempeh. Yeah, mushrooms are so good.
I mean, tofu.
And how you cook it, right? Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
So
So good. So good. Okay, so you became vegan 7 years ago. And now you're going to the vegan prom, where I hope there's going to be some disco.
Oh God, yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is the thing, and I've been telling everyone because I didn't grow up in America, but I grew up with a lot of American films. There's all these prom scenes in all these like John Cusack 80s films, whatever.
He's from Chicago.
Yeah, and it was just like I got major FOMO because I could never have the dress and the thing you put around your wrist. I don't know that thing.
So
and then there's the hair and there's the whole thing, and I was like, oh my God, I used to dream about it and I never had it. So I get to have my own prom.
So are you gonna wear a dress to prom? Like
of course, I'm gonna wear a dress.
Like a long dress.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I don't know where I can find like an authentic '80s prom dress, but
my closet basically is where you can find that.
Really?
Because I was around in the 80s.
At first, I thought I would dress up as Pretty Pink.
Yeah, so
Molly,
cute.
the pink dress.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to figure it out. I can't wait. I'm really excited.
Okay, so if you want to go to the vegan prom, go to the Humane League website, Humane League Los Angeles. So this is only for the folks in Los Angeles, although we're going to take some great pictures for you. And I'll do some videos of her DJing because she's going to be there, DJing up a storm at the vegan prom with
DJing with
Moby! Vegan extraordinaire. Like Moby is the vegan of the century. He's been vegan for 30 years.
That's
we love
crazy.
him.
I don't know how he did
him.
it back in 30 years ago.
Because he's like a strong, awesome person. Awesome. So we're going to the vegan prom. It's May 12th. If you're in LA, join us. Go to the Humane League Facebook page for Los Angeles and get your ticket. Because we're going to be there. There's going to be gobs of vegan food and lots of alcohol. And we're going to be having a great time. And she's going to be DJing with Moby. We're going to be dancing in our prom dresses, which I don't know if I'm going to wear a long prom dress. And I'm not going to bring one of those things, people. Maybe somebody on
corsage
Facebook.
or something?
Is it a corsage? It's a corsage.
Is it a corsage?
But it's like a wrist corsage, which is, poke yourself in
Somebody
the eye
help us out.
with a wrist corsage, yeah. So, vegan prom, May 12th.
May
So
12th.
I'm very excited about vegan prom.
Me too.
And you also wanted to tell me about another organization that your sister
Oh,
runs.
I want to plug my sisters and mine. Well, it's mostly my sisters. Bunny Rescue.
Oh, and I'm thinking about getting a bunny, so it's perfect timing, people.
So she started Bunny World Foundation.
Bunny World?
Bunny World Foundation.
Okay,
That's
Bunny
the name
World
of the
Foundation.
rescue.
Okay.
We're also on Instagram as Bunny
Okay.
World Foundation and on Facebook as well.
I'm going to follow you. Bunny World.
She's been fighting the illegal bunny sales in downtown LA for the last 10 years.
Sorry, what?
Okay, have you ever gone to the fashion district in Los Angeles, like the Santee Alley?
Yes.
Okay, so when she got involved with Bunny World Foundation, there was street vendors that didn't just sell whatever, tacos and Coke and
Yeah.
whatever, little popsicles and stuff. They used to sell live animals on the side of the road.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. So she didn't even know about it. She was a PETA volunteer, just sent on a mission to find out like what's happening with the, because I think they told her that it was like turtles and birds, and she had 2 pet bunnies at the time. So she went, and then she saw also bunnies, and these bunnies would be like
Such little
like
babies.
2-3 week old bunnies,
Little
like
babies.
with eyes still closed.
Oh my word.
Totally unweaned.
Yeah.
Totally should not have
Been
been
away from their
away
mothers.
from the mother. And these bunnies, the majority of them, once they're sold that young, they will die.
Sure, because they don't have their mothers.
Yeah, they need
Yeah.
the milk,
Right,
to,
yeah.
to build their tissue and organs
Yes.
and whatever it is that they. So, and these sellers sell them as dwarf bunnies.
Oh, I see.
So, but
They're not.
they're not dwarf bunnies.
Yeah.
They're regular sized bunnies, but they
Right.
can say that because these bunnies never do grow up because they die.
Right.
So when she
gosh.
was on the mission, she was, my sister was pretty naive at the time. She didn't realize that these vendors, if you want to call them, they're really criminals and animal abusers. They're organized gang members. There's like a huge gang thing happening with that.
With bunnies.
With bunnies and all kinds. I mean,
And
that,
dogs,
that
we all
whole,
know this, yeah.
That whole area is a cesspool of like all kinds of stuff that shouldn't be happening. But anyway, so she took photos, just thinking like, all right, so I have proof. And she started walking back to her car, and suddenly she and the other 3 volunteers, they were accosted by gang members with baseball bats, started running after them. And they got my sister a little bit and this other guy, and my sister, I don't know how she was able to fight them off, got in her car, but she got it on camera.
Oh, wow.
And that day she vowed that she was going to remove them from the streets. That was 10 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago, finally, after years of petitioning the city council, like going to all these town hall meetings,
Yeah.
getting TV and media. I mean, she was on ABC. I'm not sure what the channels, the local channels are, like just advocating for laws to change. It's because the laws were so
Lax. Yes.
so lax.
And
Like
if you don't change the laws, then...
basically, for something like this, like you would get, I think the charge was $25 if you were caught selling unweaned baby rabbits.
Oh my gosh,
It's
so
like
nothing.
It's like a slap on the wrist.
It's nothing. And then you're not even going to pay it. So
No, so it wasn't criminal at all. It was just a misdemeanor charge. So fast forward, it took her 7 years to change the
So awesome.
I know the laws.
Love
So
her.
now it's animal cruelty charges.
Oh,
it's
good.
$500 fine.
Oh, good.
And there's also jail time.
Oh, yay.
So one
Yay.
guy already spent 6 months in jail. One notorious ringleader. I was at the hearing. I mean, it's terrible what goes on. So so we haven't had too many cases, but she has over 200-300 bunnies in the foster system.
Oh, right now.
all waiting
Wow.
to be adopted.
Oh, my gosh. So where
to
can
feel
people
it.
go to adopt
So
one of her
you-
bunnies?
So you have to go to bunnyworldfoundation.org.
Okay.
And then there's an application form that you need to fill out, or you can just email info@bunnyworldfoundation.org, and
Okay.
my sister will set you up with everything you need to know. She has weekly adoption events in
Okay.
Pasadena at
Okay.
Petco.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Okay, because I'm thinking about getting a bunny. So come join me, people,
but she,
if you want a
she,
bunny.
you know what she won't do? She will not adopt a single bunny because bunnies need to. They're lovers.
Yes. Oh, you
You
have to
need
be
to-
together.
you
good,
need to
because
adopt in pairs.
I want 2 bunnies.
Yes,
That's
that's-
really always what I
yeah.
wanted, with 2 bunnies.
So she will definitely get you 2 bunnies that have already like fallen in
Bonded.
love.
And, okay, this
Exactly.
is what I want. I want 2 bunnies. Okay, so maybe you can inspect my backyard.
Yes,
I'm going
I
to
will.
make it right for bunnies. So we have lots of food that we haven't been eating. So I'm going to ask some quick questions, really like fast. This is meant to be like gut reaction. Don't give it any thought. Really quick answers.
God, I'm so bad with that. Okay.
And then we're going to end our interview so we can eat, because I've got vegan pot stickers here, which are super good. All right, quick questions. Any words of advice that you would give to somebody who's looking to go vegan, get plant-based, go toward, even if you're not doing it every day, if you're looking to get towards it, anything either via food or via fashion or,
I think one of the first things that you would need to do is just watch a couple of films.
Okay, so that's what you would say.
I would say just watch Earthlings, the film. Watch Forks Over Knives. watch
Easy enough.
those two really. What the Health, even though people are, it's so controversial, but it's really the pharmaceutical and and the meat and dairy and egg industry fighting back. So they're just like, all the facts. I mean, it's crazy how threatened the meat and dairy industry feels. Because they get subsidies. This is the thing. The reason why...
Your tax dollars pay for them to give you food that hurts your health that then you have to pay for again.
Well, this is the thing. The reason it's so cheap. The reason eggs and meat and dairy is so cheap is because the government pays these farmers.
Yes, and who pays the government? You do.
You do, through taxes. It's just ridiculous.
I mean, it's
and
our
plus
wallet.
you're eating all these hormones and pesticides and
then you're
God
super
knows.
sick, and who pays the health bill? You do. Again, after you were already paid, you're basically paying.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So it's your body, it's your health. You get the right to know, and you get the right to decide for yourself. So I think that's a great recommendation. Okay, the next, super fast. What will we always find in your fridge?
Homemade almond milk.
Yay! Oh, I want some of that. So if you ever start selling that, let me know. Okay, what is your go-to meal? So you're out, you're DJing, you don't have a lot of time. What can you always put together really fast
at home, myself?
And you know it's going to be great.
Oh, lately I am really into making Beyond Burgers.
Oh, so I had him in this kitchen. We sat right over there.
You did? Oh, it's so easy. So
it's so good. And we had Beyond Sausage the day before it came out on the market.
It literally takes about 7 minutes from start to finish just to make Beyond Burgers.
Yeah,
done.
Super good. Okay, what's your favorite junk food? And if you don't eat junk food, you can give me your favorite snack. But if you do eat junk food, what's your favorite junk food?
Probably French fries. Come on.
So I just got an air fryer. Last night, for the first time, I air fried sweet potatoes.
I'm more of a regular potatoes. I know that sweet potatoes are much better for you, but I love me some,
love the
and
taste.
dipped into vegan mayonnaise because I'm European, so there's
so
vegan
good
mayonnaise with fries.
Oh, you need a good beer with that. A really good
or
beer.
Or a good michelada.
Michelada.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're talking. See, it's too bad we do these things during the day. If you come back, we'll have some micheladas to go with our meal. Okay, do you have any pets?
Yes.
And if so, what are they? And do you think they're any different than farm animals?
I have one right now. His name is Charlie Parker. He's a cat.
Charlie Parker
the kitty.
Oh, that kitty's got to be cool.
Oh, he's amazing.
Yeah.
He fetches. Like, I'll throw a treat and he'll actually fetch it like a puppy. Like,
sweet.
He's amazing. There's on my profile on Instagram, I have a whole Insta story, like a thing, like a hub that's dedicated to him. If you ever want to check him out,
so sweet.
He's amazing. Of course, he's not any different. It's crazy. Like that's why I don't understand people that do have pets, how they don't make the connection that a cat is a lamb, is a pig, is a dolphin, is a squirrel, is a lion. Because it's like they're all sentient. They're all sentient beings. So if you look in their eyes, they all hurt. If they, if you step on a cat's tail, you know what happened in England a couple of years ago, maybe last year. The government in that country decided that animals didn't have pain. The government under Theresa May, they're like
just decide
because they were
it's
like they're
contrary
not
to any fact.
Yeah, it is. So that's why they laxed some laws or regulations. There was a huge uproar. Maybe they changed it, but they voted that animals do not feel pain.
Oh my God.
I'm like, do these people have pets? Like, just try stepping on your dog's tail and see what happens.
Right, yeah.
Like,
or pulling its ear, see what happens.
How idiotic. Like,
it's amazing, people. I'll just say, it's your life and it's your world. What worlds you want to live in. We do have power. I know recently it feels like we don't. But we do, and it's ours to take back. So, what do you wish you knew 10 years ago that you know now?
Oh my God, I wish someone showed me Earthlings 10 years ago. I wish. Yeah. I wish I knew where the food came from. I also wish... there's so many things. We're just talking about veganism right now. There's so many things I'm learning about everything in the world right now. But I thank Facebook and thank all the social media for just giving us
Alternate
these
info.
avenues of information that, for good or for bad,
As well, okay, sure.
people do your own research. Like
Yes,
you have to
right.
always check facts and as much as you can. But
Yeah.
seriously, some of these things are undeniable. I just wish, I made that decision a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
And now, sorry. Go on.
I wish for me, I mean, there are many things I wish that I knew then that I know now. But I think I'll just kind of summarize, because along that same subject, I wish I realized I had to advocate for myself. And I didn't realize that. I sort of thought, USDA approved. Well, that's good. I'll just eat that. Or, they say that all those chemical pesticides won't hurt me.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I wish I really realized, like, oh, no. They have no interest in my
Well,
health
that's the
or
thing.
concern. I didn't know
What
that.
the hell? The film makes that connection
Yeah.
between the pharmaceutical companies and the government and the U.S.
And the lobbyists.
and the lobbyists, and how really
You are not part of that equation. They
No.
are so not thinking about you
No, they're
when
not
they
thinking.
get together in
No.
Washington. Yeah, they're not thinking about you
Yeah,
at all.
so-
All right. If there is one bit of change in the world that you would like to be known for, what is it?
Well, definitely, I would want the whole world to become vegan. That's not going to happen, obviously. I live in the real world, but I would.
It's not going to happen, but don't you think we're getting closer? Don't you? I mean, and everyone's not going vegan like 7 days a week. I get that, but so many people are thinking like, I just don't want that in my body anymore.
Well, that's us. We live in LA.
Right, fair
we
enough.
live in Venice also. We
Yes.
live in this little bubble. Like
Yeah,
we're probably maybe
yeah.
1% of the entire world population. Like
right, sure,
when you
okay.
travel outside of California. I mean, even New York,
Yeah, yeah, but yeah. No,
Although I have had some of the most amazing vegan food experiences in New York. I was just there and oh my god, like
so good.
yeah, I went to Blossom and I went to this a crepe place,
Oh.
vegan crepes,
Ooh, yum,
on,
yum,
like
yum.
in Brooklyn.
Ooh.
So good. And then I went to V Spot on St. Mark's. It's like Mexican food.
So good.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good. But regardless, I'm just saying that it's gonna take
No, it's gonna take
minute.
decades,
It's gonna
yeah.
take
Yeah.
so long. But
Yeah.
you know what? All we can do is just do the best that we can and just
Keep
teach
on-
by example.
Yeah. Keep on keeping
and
on.
not get frustrated, which I do all the time. And sometimes I have breakdowns.
Yes,
I do.
understand this.
Sometimes I break down, and sometimes I share my breakdowns with with my Facebook friends. But sometimes the videos get so overwhelming, and the animal abuse
Yes, yeah.
in abattoirs is just so rampant, and it's just
In what?
in abattoirs, slaughterhouses. Sorry, like abattoir. So a lot of people don't know, but it's not that. It's like the people that don't want to know that I
Yes.
have beef with. I'm just like
Yeah.
like if you know that that's what's going on,
You
and
can't
yet
pretend you don't
choose
know. Yeah.
to still continue with the same old, then I think there's something going on there. Like, and
I agree.
I don't know.
I agree. You and I are on the same page. I completely agree with that. This is sort of a little bit similar, but do you know what your true purpose in life is? And if so, what is it?
I wish I did know.
Oh, interesting. I love it that you're saying that, because everyone always has like, I know my true purpose. It's where I am today. But I think that most people feel like they have no idea what their true purpose is. It's very confusing.
I don't know
And,
yet.
yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of things that I love. There's a lot of things that I'm good at. There's a lot of things that I still want to accomplish. But what that is, I feel like I'm still searching. I'm not there yet. I know it will have to do something with music, animals, food.
Uh-huh. Oh.
You know, some sort of a...
Okay. Yeah, you and I are going to talk, because I have a project that we could work on together.
Oh.
Okay. So,
There.
Okay. We'll be back to you on that, because it's going to be good. Okay, my very last question for you before we just eat, because we got some good food here that's getting cold.
Yes, it is getting cold.
In any domain, so it could be animals or veganism, it could be music, it could be the future being tomorrow or the future being 50 years. What are your predictions for the future? And it can be out in the future, like to lifetimes far away or
I have
tomorrow.
some really bleak predictions for the future, so I don't want to end on a Debbie Downer note. I mean, if we continue on the path that we are as a majority. I'm not talking about the vegan movement and, you know, the people that are trying to save the planet. Well, you know, there's a lot of people doing amazing things, which is, I think, awesome things in the world, be it on, you know, on the topic of environment or animals or just architecture that's going to bridge the two, you know, like people are growing gardens on the side of the buildings, on the rooftop. Cool. There's so much happening. There's a lot of people doing things, right? That I think will stall the process.
But not halt it, huh?
But I don't think we're going to halt it.
Interesting. I see so many more people are getting the message, and I see this kind of...
I'm so glad that you think that way. Maybe I need some convincing, but just from what I'm seeing, and I've read some interviews with different scientists, I mean, we would need a major 180.
Yes.
And that's the thing, is the world, the majority of the world, are we ready to do that? I feel like a lot of the times we're more concerned about space exploration. And that is garnering so much interest and enthusiasm, where I'm thinking, like, what about this planet? We have this one planet that we know has life. I'm sure there's other planets out there. But like, can we take care of us first before we go on and just, you know, conquer the world? So on that note, I don't know, maybe better things are coming. Let's hope Mr. Tesla gives us some more answers.
He's pretty awesome, and I would love to interview him in my kitchen, so we'll just keep you posted on that. I'm just gonna, I have a dream, we'll see if that's gonna happen. I would like to, you know, go back home at some point and start a space that would be, of course, a vegan restaurant, which we don't, God knows we need back in Sarajevo. But it would be a restaurant, a performance space, a retail space, and an animal sanctuary. So kind of like, but I would need a big. Yeah, you'd need a lot of things. So you couldn't do it alone. But
no, I wouldn't.
You know, maybe Moby could have, because that's his kind of thing, like music and animals together in the barn with some food. Like that would be a Moby.
And I also would love to start my own vegan makeup company, because I've been talking about that for years, and I just haven't really done much about it.
Any vegan makeup brands that you recommend?
I love Kat Von D. I use a lot of her stuff. I use a lot of Anastasia product.
Okay.
And then I shop at Whole Foods, Mineral Fusion, whatever that brand is. I use, but mainly it's Kat Von D for lipsticks. And I think Hourglass, I'm pretty sure they're vegan. I don't know. I know they don't test on animals. Sometimes if it's not vegan, then I'm like, I want to make sure they don't test on animals.
Right. So, and I think California is moving forward that any animal testing here in the state of California would be illegal. Did you know that? That they're moving forward with that. And as we know, so goes California. So goes the world. So we have lots of recommendations for you. You heard all her vegan makeup tips. And she is at the Standard Club in West Hollywood every Wednesday night from 7 to 10. So you want to check her out. And she is spinning with Moby at the Vegan Prom. We're going to work in some disco to that.
Yes.
May 12th.
Yes.
So you want to go to
80s and disco.
You want and bring your taffeta. So you want to go to the Humane League Los Angeles Facebook page and get your Vegan Prom ticket, because we're going to be there. And of course, her stuff is on iTunes. I'm going to maybe end with a little bit of iTunes music here, if I can. See if we can play her again. So,
do you like my
Valida,
shirt?
I do like your shirt. Look how awesome! Look how awesome she is.
It says, "Eat your own leg, leave mine alone."
Asshole!
Yeah.
It says, "Eat your own leg, leave mine alone," asshole. For all you people who are listening on the audio podcast only, there is a great picture of a lamb. So leave that lamb's leg alone. All right, because we're on vegan, awesome vegan. So what else would we be talking about?
Yeah.
We're going to end with some great music. You can hear Valida in the background. She's on iTunes. Go get her. And we will see you May 12th at the Vegan Prom. Bye, folks.
Bye.